Right, okay. This moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of kidnap. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. If you do not mention when questioned, something which will later rely on in court, anything you do say...
I haven't kidnapped anyone. I'll tell you exactly where she is.
This man has just been sentenced to 28 years in prison for his horrific crimes against children. Oh, hi there, stranger. Today I'm going to be telling you about the case of Paul Lipscomb. For your discretion, as always, is advised, but extra trigger warning. Today's case is about SEO offences against very young people. So if you want to skip, as always, I totally understand, but if you're staying with me, then let's get to it. 51-year-old Paul Lipscomb from Leicestershire has been described as one of the worst SEO predators of our time. He was a senior manager in the NHS, working as a director for the Trust in University Hospitals Coventry and Warwickshire. He'd won an award for helping to reduce patient wait times during the COVID pandemic. He worked in the corporate and administrative side of the NHS. He wasn't in a patient-facing role, so patients were safe from his crimes. Lipscomb was married and by all accounts had a decent life. He made good money, lived in a nice house and drove a Tesla, which he was particularly proud of. He was actually a devious and despicable predator, using his technological savvy to create fake accounts, groom young girls and then SA them. In April 2024, a 15-year-old girl was reported missing to police by her family. She had left her home late at night and been picked up by Lipscomb, and then the pair had gone to a hotel. And then from the hotel, he took her to a rented property. The missing person report led the police investigation to Lipscomb, and he was stopped and arrested, as you saw in part at the beginning of this video. And I'm sure you would have noticed, stranger, that during that arrest, Lipscomb quite openly says, "I haven't kidnapped her, I know exactly where she is." I suppose that, in my opinion, just about sums up his defence. I didn't kidnap her, yeah, but mate, that was about the only thing you didn't do. Also, and sorry for all the side notes, but I just feel like if a child can't consent to, like, SEO activity, then can a child really consent to going somewhere with an unknown adult? In my opinion, that still feels like there's an element of kidnapping in there. You don't have to, blindfold somebody and put them in the boot of a car for it to be kidnapped, surely. I don't know, but let me know what you think about that. Anyway, after police arrested him, they confiscated and searched his phone, which led to the discovery of many more crimes. And they also found a phone which had been wiped clean of all data. Police would eventually discover that between September 2023 and April 2024, Lipscomb had groomed 6 girls online, and of the 6, he had managed to manipulate 5 of them into meeting up with him. He would actually later go on to tell a probation worker that he had been committing these crimes since his late 20s, but he was charged with what they had evidence for. But it is my personal belief that he must have many more victims that we are unaware of. All 5 of the girls he had met with, aged between 12 and 15 years old, had been either SA'd or raped by him. And the last victim, the 15-year-old girl that had gone missing from her home, Lipscomb had given her a script to follow should they be caught. He coached her in what to say, fabricating a series of lies about her home life to make it appear as though she was actually escaping abuse. Thankfully, those lies didn't get him anywhere. And it doesn't end there, strangers. On top of what this animal was doing in real life, he was using AI to generate images and videos of children being abused and then selling that media on illegal websites. And he had a lot of CP on his computer, but not all of it was AI generated. And he even set up his own website, a subscription service. So-called members of this website could pay their choice of premium for silver, gold, or platinum subscription. I can't tell you how many subscribers he had because I don't know. In February 2025, Paul Lipscomb pleaded guilty to 34 offences. Please remember, strangers, this is between September 2023 and April 2024. The 34 counts that he pleaded guilty to included the image offences, 2 counts of rape of a child under 13, 3 essays of a child under 13, and 21 counts of sexual activity with a child. At his sentencing hearing this week, the judge told him he was, quote, intelligent, confident, resourceful, and well organised. He said that all of Lipscomb's victims had been truly vulnerable and went on to say, quote, the evidence shows you to have been devious, scheming, and manipulative. You were bold in your offending and you took very high risks. The SUO abuse of young girls was an obsession in life for you. Paul Lipscomb was sentenced on the 11th of November 2025 to 28 years and 1 month plus 3 years on extended licence and a lifetime on the sex offenders register. He will also be subject to a sexual harm prevention order for life. But I need to tell you, strangers, that this is not a life sentence, and that means that 28 years is not a minimum term. His sentence is determinate, which means that he will serve approximately 18 years and 8 months before he's eligible to apply for parole. That doesn't mean that he'll get it, of course, but that's what it is. I heard Wakefield's nice at this time of year. What do you think, stranger? Please, as always, let me know in the comments. And if you stayed with me up until now, then thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next one.